I'm so excited to be here with Karin Walkingstick. Karin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Oh, good to see you. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and where you live and the medium that you use?
Yeah, I'm from Claremore, Oklahoma. I was born here in the old Claremore Indian Hospital. And my dad's family is from Stillwell, Oklahoma. He's one of 12 brothers and sisters. Uh, my grandma's Cora May Walkingstick, and she was born in February 1900. I've always lived here in Claremore, so Claremore's my home.
That's cool. And then what is the medium that you do?
Pottery.
Pottery. Okay. But you're literally working on something that's unique there that you showed me, right?
Yeah, this I do these grandma garden, I call them grandma's garden pieces. They remind me of my grandma. They're a lot of flowers and some of the southeastern designs kind of tucked in amongst the flowers.
Is that a pottery piece?
Yeah, it's like a shallow bowl, kind of a plate
Gosh.
kind of.
Okay, did not catch that when you showed me.
I
That's pretty cool.
have a piece back here it's a pottery piece that's the same kind of design.
And so do they come out as black pieces and then you're painting on top of that?
No, they're the clay color that comes out is it's kind of orange, and so I generally smoke my pots, like using pine needles to get the brown color. A lot of people ask me all the time, "Is it wood?" And it does look a lot like wood with all the flame licks on it. But these pieces, I just put them in the kiln, and and then when they come out, I'll paint the whole thing black. I use acrylics on these,
Oh,
and
okay.
and so these are all incised. I incised the whole thing. So when I paint it black, the black goes into all the cracks and crevices, and I shouldn't say cracks with pottery, uh, but that sets it like it sets it up to be like a coloring book, where then you can start adding color and painting your pages. But I've cut out the top to where it kind of follows the flowers.
That is super unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's absolutely beautiful. So
Thank
how
you.
long have you been like a Swire juried artist?
Let's see, I'll have been doing pottery for 8 years this July. And I learned from a Cherokee National Treasure, Jane Austen. And I took a pottery class with her and just started off. And then she kind of showed me the shows that she goes to and showed me her process. And I applied and I got in. I can't remember which year it was though. I've been doing it for maybe 6 years.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. So you probably never thought about necessarily joining SWIA, and then here you are.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It's just some friends hanging out. One of them had called and said, "Hey, you want to take one of those pottery classes where, those painting classes where y'all sit around and paint the same thing and have a glass of wine?" There was no wine, but there was a lot of fun. And it hooked me from the first class, and I kept taking classes with her. And then after a couple of months, she asked me if I'd like to apprentice with her. And so I followed her around and helped her set up her classes, or go to a show and help her set up and just see what she does all the time. So
That's very cool. So did you find yourself as being very creative during COVID?
I was kind of looking to take a light year this year, because I've been doing it really hard every year until now. And it just kind of fell into where I was able to, paint my house, paint the inside of my house, do different things that you put off, because you're so busy. So I've been concentrating on doing things like that mostly.
Right. So then this is a different season. It's been a year since COVID has started. So I'm assuming that a lot of artists, because I'm talking to a lot of artists, they're kind of in this creative mode and they're ready to get back out there again. Would you say that's same for you?
Yeah, I'm ready. At first we were still just building and going on like normal. It didn't really change my job much because I stay home and work from home. And I'm home all the time anyway. So it wasn't a big change for me until I went outside of the house. And then when you don't have shows, you know, you have a lot of extra time where you're looking around for something to do. You can do more pottery or you can do something, you know, do something else. And I've been keeping going with both of those things, keeping busy around the house. And we, like a lot of people, when this started, we adopted a dog. And so he's almost a year old. So we've had him the whole time. And that's been a good distraction for being home. And right now I'm ready to get back to work.
Yeah. It's definitely been interesting in Santa Fe because it was quiet for so long.
Yeah.
And I feel like a rush of people who are like, we're ready. We want to get in, you know, we want to be out and about and have that familiar place. So it's been fun watching that and being a part of the synergy. So in reference to just this next year, what are you anticipating, Karin?
Well, more online shows. There's one coming up here in Oklahoma, the Artesian Show with the Chickasaw Nation. And that's not until May. And then in June, we have the Red Earth Show in Oklahoma City, or in Shawnee, Oklahoma. And of course, we're all looking forward to hearing what we're going to do this year for SWIA. So we're waiting on that.
There is definitely a huge yearning for people to come back to Santa Fe and be a part of Market.
We're ready. We're just waiting on everything to clear up a little.
Totally. So I wanted to ask you also, just in reference to your work. So did you come from an artist family?
Yeah, kind of. Well, my dad has 12 brothers and sisters, and my mom is one of 8. And there are several artists in both sides of the family.
Right. Because with Cherokees, definitely pottery is a big deal.
Yeah, no potters though.
Yeah. In Cherokee, there's a ton of potters. Is that harder in Oklahoma?
It hasn't been for me in my experience, no.
Yeah, I collect baskets.
Yes.
Cherokee baskets. I love them. So beautiful.
I have some myself.
Have you ever been to Cherokee?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
several times. Jane and I like to go out. We try to go out once a year, once every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Well, Karin, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I hope to get to meet you in person, especially
Me too. I can't wait.
Yeah, totally. And so, yeah, and we're rooting for you guys. And so we're just trying to do everything we can to move this thing forward. So excited about it.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you. And
You
thank
too.
you for joining me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you in person.
Yes, same here. Thanks, Karin.
Thank
Bye.
you.